And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Rickman, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How do you do it?
you
Teach me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something. Guns.
Rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no bullets.
Water guns. All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Yes. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully it was productive for everyone. I'll tell you, it was productive for me. I'm not going to lie. It was very, very productive. There was a lot of things that were going on for me. I apologize for us having a late start today, but it has been a crazy start of the morning for me. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but anyway, moving on. I was, just long story short, just being put on hold for a very long time on the phone is no joke nowadays because everybody and their mama is on hold right now with every company, every place you can think of, the whole nine. But moving on from that, I got my people in the house. I got my beautiful panelists and all that. We got Jackie Buck and Tom Schoenhard. What's up? What a guan, my people. What's good? You know what I mean? What's popping?
Hey.
You guys sound so happy. How are you guys doing? Let's try this again. What's
How
up,
you
man?
doing, Tom?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, can't complain.
There we go. Nice hat.
Very
nice hat.
Pretty relaxing weekend. I'm bringing them all out. I was getting in trouble about my Chiefs hat, so yeah, we're seeing what other hats I have laying around here today. So here's one.
Right on.
There you go.
Right on.
But yeah, pretty relaxing weekend. I mean, I did literally nothing at all. It was great.
I thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Nintendo. I sunk, I don't even know how many hours into this game over the weekend. Pretty much every waking second. So that's
Nintendo, huh?
That's pretty much what my weekend was. How about you, Jack?
We did some baking around the house. I was telling Pascal about it last night, and been trying out my cookie recipes, but they end up being not cookies, more like a fluff. So something's being mixed in that's not right. So
Did they taste good?
yeah, they taste really good. So
there you go.
at least the kids are eating them, so that's good.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
good.
step in the right
Yeah.
direction for sure.
But other than that, a lot of inside time. We try to make it outside for a little bit, but it was kind of cold, and it's just being pent up in the house with the kids. They want to get that energy out, so
They want to
hopefully
break free.
in the next kind of warm days, they can at least be out in the backyard.
No kidding.
Yeah, but all the parks are closed now, so we can't go to the parks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still have
Yep.
outside.
And Pascal, how's your day going?
Going okay, like I said, not going to
Yeah.
go into too much detail, but we're just
the backyard.
we're just taking care of things, over here on my end. Like I said, just woke up to some news, and I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of it. But that's neither here nor there. Other than that, there's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now in the state of Missouri. At least in our state of Missouri, there is a shutdown that is going on, a statewide shutdown that's going on. So it's the same thing, except now it's just statewide. So every person, every place that is out there that is non-essential and whatnot are all shut down, are all closed. All businesses that are non-essentials are shut down. So restaurants, hospitals, of course, grocery stores, Home Depot and Menards, that kind of thing. Those are all essentials. So those are still open as we speak, unless, something else recently, unless something pops up. You know what I'm saying? So right now, that's what's going on. That's going on. And it's actually starting to become more nationwide as well, which is really, really wild to me. It's really, really wild. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what's going on in the world. I'd pause waiting for you guys to say something. You didn't say nothing. Can you hear me?
It's just so heavy. It takes a minute to react to it. It's always a lot to process.
Yeah, it is really nutty. It is really, really nutty, and it's terrible news. Real talk. Like I said, I mean, before it was only St. Louis. Now it's going to be statewide, and it was in effect last night at midnight. So now it's in full effect now. So they are literally going to be cracking down on people who are just driving around trying to, get out there. And all you guys that are on Tinder right now trying to get in trouble on that Tinder, I'm telling you, you might get pulled over if you're trying to go and, holla at some DMs type mess. So you don't want that. You really don't want that. Avoid at all costs. That's what I say,
I mean, they're just out there trying to get a snack.
If only that were true. If only that were fully true. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that snack isn't really a snack. Okay, guys? So, think before you leave your house now. All right? And I know I was just talking about it yesterday on the show because I did a random pop-up show last night. And we were talking about, I talked about my whole experience of just leaving the house. The struggles of just walking out the front door, the fear of actually walking out the front door, because you wonder, man, in 48 hours, am I going to be sick? Am I going to come down with some issues here? I'm terrified. I definitely had some serious concerns about everything when I walk out, because you're just, you're getting decked up from the neck up, from the neck down, something like that. You know what I mean? From the flow up, you're getting decked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're literally walking out with your own makeshift hazmat suit type situation. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are trying to, of course, go out there and get the essentials so that they don't have to be out every single week. And they basically clearly have been saying, please start doing that now. If you're going to do something like that, if you're going to have that, if you're going to work on that kind of situation, if you're going to go and get the things that you need, like food, medication, so on and so forth, please start doing that now so that you don't have to do it for 2 weeks. So that's the other thing that's really going on right now too, which is wild, which is absolutely wild. Now, Tom, I know that we were just talking a second ago. You were saying that you might have to, you're going to have to go and do a whole bunch of work, whole bunch of errands today too, right?
Not a whole bunch, but I mean, I've got to go out and pick up some prescriptions, and got to go pay my rent check, and got to go pick up an air filter to switch out the air filter in my heating and air conditioning unit in my apartment. So
I see.
Yeah.
That's 3 spots.
Well, really 2. I have to pick up the air filter from my leasing office. Yeah. So it's just the 2 things. I may see if I can find somewhere to get a few groceries, but I'm trying not to be out as much as possible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I feel you, man. I mean, this is the thing. I know that what's her name? I don't know the woman's name that works that's on the task force with Fauci, Dr. Fauci. But she was basically pushing the whole idea of we need to not be going out. Like we should not be going and getting food. We should not be try to reduce your amount of times going to the grocery store as limited and as limited as possible, if not at all, if possible. She just basically was like, just don't do anything. Avoid at all costs everything. You know what I mean? And it's wild. Like, they're just basically saying, stay home. Please stay home, because everything's so jacked up, Real quick, I just wanted to say hello, Star. Good morning, Star. Good morning, Debbie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being, checking out the show. I appreciate, we appreciate you checking in. I know that Star's from England, or she's living in England right now. So the fact that she is tuning in right now, I don't even know what time it is in England, but I appreciate you tuning in and everything. And of course, everybody who's watching right now, please go click that like button on our Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel. Crush that subscribe button on our YouTube. We're on Twitch and Periscope, so please go follow us on all those platforms as well. Okay? But anyway, moving on. Yeah, it's just crazy right now with all that's going on. Then on top of that, last night I talked about this other thing. A tiger contracted the coronavirus in the Bronx Zoo. Of all things, a tiger. The craziest thing I've ever heard. Tom, did you hear about this, man?
Yeah, I did. They've been saying that, they can't transfer, that animals aren't able to transfer the disease to humans, but clearly it seems that animals can catch the disease if this tiger has it. I've also heard, I forget where I was reading this, but I forget what country this was, but they said that they had found that house cats had also tested positive for coronavirus. But they still say there's no evidence that the animals can pass it to humans.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to make of it.
Unless you're making out with them.
Oh, shoot.
But that's the thing. It's like, well, but if you really, really think about it, if you're sitting there and you're getting all up in their face and going, woo, you know what I mean, and grabbing their faces and talking to them and all that stuff, and you're in close proximity, because a lot of those people who are, taking care of those animals are accustomed to being loving and close to them and affectionate and all that. So I can see something like that actually happening for sure. I can see that. Somebody who has symptoms going up, petting their dog, getting all up. Think about just your own dog or your own cat. Like, oh, you kind of get nose to nose. Like, oh, my baby. You know what I mean? Oh, freckles. You know what I mean? Whiskers. You know what I'm saying? I love you so much, Whiskers. And you're just like right there in their face. So, of course, Corona just, the tenderona just ever flowing. I mean, if it's that highly, highly contagious, I wouldn't be surprised. Now I'm not surprised at all, personally, I'm wondering.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Isn't it?
I don't want to get my cat sick. That's the thing. Yeah, now I've got more incentive.
Of all people,
Yeah,
of all things, God forbid, not the cats, not the
No,
cats.
I like cats. No.
Man, I'm
That's what I was
done.
talking about last night, Pascal, where a
Yeah.
certain percentage of population cares more about the effect on animals than they would on the human population.
Facts.
Oh,
And
100%.
Facts. And I find it absolutely mind-boggling, personally. I find that really, really, that's wild. That's wild to me. I just don't get it. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm not, like I said, trust me, I get it. But, whew, terrible. I guess I would just try to wrap my mind around it, because like we were talking about it last night, and it's like, listen, if I found out that my dogs, and I love my dogs, but if I found out my dogs had coronavirus, they're going outside. That's it. It's like, you're outside. I'll make sure you're comfortable. I'll make sure you have a nice environment that's comfortable and good. But then at the same time, boom, I would just be like, yep, I'm out. We good. You're going outside. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the outdoors. You know what I mean? So at least they're enjoying like grass and trees and the open breeze, because there's nothing you can do for the dogs or for animals. You know what I mean? So, Pink and her $300. Oh, wow. So Jack, interesting. You didn't even say that. But thank you for commenting down below. I'm just reading all the comments. But
I'm
yeah,
just trying to be involved in the chat system over here.
I didn't know I didn't know Pink's 3-year-old daughter tested positive. That's news to me too.
Yeah, she got on air and told people that, but herself and her 3-year-old tested positive. So I think they're going through the struggle just like everybody else. It just, and because she even had the thought she mentioned in this article about, that they told us our kids are safe, and it's like, well, no one's really safe. I mean, it's maybe people are less susceptible to it, but there's so many strains now that are affecting different people different ways. So it's hard to know. There's too many unknowns.
It's a shame, man. You know,
Yeah.
It's
Boris Johnson, the British PM,
yep.
he's still hospitalized. Although they say he's still working and in good spirits, but
Yeah.
he's had persistent coronavirus symptoms for over 10 days now. So,
Yeah. The guy that played Gomer Pyle on the TV series, he passed away from complications from it.
It's
really,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible news, man. Star just commented on YouTube a 5-year-old died from it 2 days ago, which is terrible. In America, there was the first infant that had passed last week from it. But of course, this is all crazy stuff. But you know what? I'm gonna switch gears just a tiny bit, okay? Because we just. There's this viral video that I saw recently that where there's a viral video that's going on right now or being passed around about making makeshift masks because of course the masks are there's a very limited amount of masks out there, and nowadays everybody's making their own masks. So these people, this particular gentleman, I don't know where they're at, but it's in a different country for sure, and they had their own 2 cents on what you could use as a face mask. So here it is.
De hacer un tapaboca con un bolser. Aquí Bruce le va a hacer la demostración. Ok. Cubres vías respiratorias y cubres tu cabeza también. Ahí va. Tienes dos, como decían antes mi mamá, chepa y katana. Usas a chepa y lavas a katana. Y así no tienes que estar ni picando ni cosiendo. Y mira cómo queda de perfecto. Aquí lo tienes. Ok. Con un bolser.
So clearly, I mean, if you use a pair of boxers, you can wrap it around your face and use it as a mask. So, you want to know if it works or not, right, guys? Huh? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
sure.
So, what I did is that I tried it out just for you guys. Take a look.
I'm going to try this. Boxers. Yeah. Face mask, boxers. I don't think that's right. Oh my God. I officially know what my balls smell like. And I can't breathe. Oh God. They didn't mean boxer briefs, I don't think. Make sure it's clean before you put it on. I think that's what I made a mistake. Yeah.
That's just make sure you wash your shorts before you try that. Because I'm telling you right now, it was not a good idea. That was a very bad idea. Especially I just ran a marathon right before that. So it was nice and buttery in there. You know what I'm saying? Buttery. So yeah, it was really bad. I wouldn't recommend that. Actually, in reality, just to be really honest, I felt like I literally did that, and I felt like I was getting choked out because of how tight the band was around my neck. You see what I'm saying? So makeshift, I wouldn't highly recommend using your own boxers. Maybe he meant just regular boxer shorts, not boxer briefs. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to keep my boys high and tight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? So be careful out there, of course, when it comes to finding some sort of makeshift mask out there, But anyway, we're going to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, I will be interviewing somebody very special for our up-and-comers segment. Chris Mosley, also known as Silemang, is going to be on the show all the way from Arizona. So we're going to be picking his brain and chopping it up with him. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community, all the good people different to me.
Take up in glass.
The festival's crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their seconds and loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community, all the good people different to me.
Take up in glass.
The festival's crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their seconds and loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
welcome back. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Sorry about that. The internet is really crazy. I think it's like, Kira did. Let me break it down for you guys real quick, because obviously I've been going on this ongoing, nonstop struggle with this internet trash, and it just keeps getting this way for it's going to be like this for a while, because right now everybody and their mom is on their internet. There's a lot of kids that are doing online schooling. There is just so much volume. There's a large amount of people going and hitting that internet that it is all the internet providers just cannot handle the amount of people that are streaming, looking at things right now, tuning things in, streaming, online classes, so on and so forth, uploading, downloading, the whole nine. There's just so many people trying to get in through the internet that some days it's really, really good, and then some days it is really, really bad. So I apologize for any of the inconvenience. Like I said, I tried to get my boy on here, and it's been really, really tough on this whole with this whole show today. It's been in and out, and good and bad. So anyway, my first guest ever to be on here as a feature of the Up and Comers segment, brought to you by Little Books, Little Films. Be sure to check out their series Scrutiny, which is streaming live right now on all major platforms like Amazon Prime and Vudu. Okay, so please welcome my brother Chris Mosley to the show. What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is real. This is really happening. Dang, the first guest ever, you didn't tell me that. I'd have wore a suit.
Say that again. What?
I would have wore a suit. I'm doing great, man. I said I didn't know I was the first guest ever. You should have told me. I would have wore a suit.
Oh well, obviously, we are out here, and I know that we've been busy. Both of us have been busy running around doing what we do, and surprise, I guess. Surprise, surprise, surprise. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but anyway, what has been good? How are things going? You're in Arizona right now as we speak, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so tell me about it. How things going with that, man?
Things are very warm at all times.
It's very warm at all times? I heard that. I heard that, man.
Very, very warm at all times. I almost feel slightly better than you all whenever I see snow in your background and chilly winds. But,
hey, man. No, go ahead. What were we going to say?
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, things are okay, man. As far as, the current situation, everyone that's an entertainer or does anything that has something to do with being social or being in the public is greatly, scrambling and trying to figure out some kind of way to still entertain their audience, while still being, functional.
Right.
Honestly, with me, I kind of enjoyed somewhat of the break a little bit. Like you said, you end up running around back and forth, and you realize just how much time you spend outside.
Yeah.
And this has forced me to really look in certain parts of my apartment I never really looked at before. Like there's a whole wall here that I did not even realize was a nice wall.
Right.
Stuff like that.
You're like, dang, I didn't even know that wall existed. Damn. Like, damn. Now I got
there's a so painting on his wall I never really looked at.
Right.
I got it and just put it up there, and I'm like, oh, this is actually a nice painting.
Right. And you're like, wow. So, and then you actually start looking at the details of the painting, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that they used acrylic in this painting. Wow.
Right.
This is water paint.
I paint now. So I paint now.
That's what's up, man.
But to be honest, I guess for me, it's not that hard of an adjustment because, like you just said, everyone's already online.
Right.
So much more, and even though I'm accustomed to doing live shows and whatever, as you know, I got my start by just doing things online anyway. So now it ain't nothing but me dusting off an old bicycle and just all right, cool. Well, let's just do skits at the house then.
Yeah. I
Entertain
mean,
people that way.
that's pretty much where we're at. I mean, real talk. That's literally where we're at right now, where everyone just needs to be innovative, start thinking outside the box, start, applying themselves at home. Just if you're an entertainer, if you're a creator or something like that, this is the time. Now is the time to start doing stuff. Not only to just occupy your time, but also just to, this is the time to really try some stuff and fail. Try some stuff out and see what works. Try some stuff out and see what works. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I look at it as. I mean, this is an opportunity to create and take some risks or maybe an opportunity to try something new. Basically try a new approach to certain things. Now that everyone has to take a large step backwards, and we're going to be taking a large step backwards for at least a month, at least. So this is the time to start going, okay, all right. Since I got to take a step back, I got to go back to, even for myself, it's like I got to step back to the original days when I first started out, kind of thing. And it's kind of like, all right, maybe I got to go to my grassroots. Maybe I got to go back to my roots and build a newer foundation with this thing. So I look at it as, it's scary. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk. I mean, I'm just as worried and anxious as anybody else. And yeah, I mean, shoot, I got bored and painted my room, my office, real talk. Cause I was just like, I need something to do. I'm a busybody. I like to work. So I just said, all right, I'm painting my room. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can see this as an opportunity to build a stronger foundation so that when the month or 2 months is over, we're able to step out of this with a stronger foundation, and a better appreciation for what we do. And that's what I hope that a lot of people see as well, is that without entertainers, people won't be entertained. There would be no Netflix. There would be no YouTube where they can just click and check things out. So without that, so I'm hoping that they appreciate and understand that and start following, and that's where we can build that that foundation. So I mean, so what are you doing?
Also,
no, go ahead.
No, so this is also a very, very important time. this opportunity to make people sit down is people are not even thinking about this. This is a very, very great opportunity. So important for every comedian to write new jokes. I'm tired of the same old jokes. You can sit down and write new ones.
Well,
write some new ones.
Exactly. So that's what I mean by this is the opportunity for everyone to take the time to start looking at their material, their work, and just try to figure out.
No more old jokes.
Exactly. And just try to find old jokes. Right. And then try to find a new approach to different things. This is an opportunity to write the greatest joke ever. You feel me?
Right.
This is the opportunity. So let me ask you this, man. So what are you doing to kill the time, to occupy your time?
Hiding from my son.
And, word.
And well, with me, I'm actually starting to do way more catching up on projects that I've been forced to shelve because I was doing my live childish shows and getting those geared in each and every city and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot of planning and meetings and all this other stuff. So a lot of projects that I had ready for online entertainment, I had to kind of put to the side for a second. So now I'm able to actually sit down and write my scripts out. I got a romantic what's that called? I got a romantic comedy series coming out, like a sitcom. That's the word.
Yeah, like a rom-com.
That we're writing and we're getting episodes ready for that. So now I'm able to actually sit down and knock out 3 scripts a day type stuff. Writing out different skits for my online skit pages. And just going over some old material. I did something the other day. I dusted off like 4 notebooks I had written jokes in like maybe 3 years ago,
Mm.
and I went live and I read them out loud live, and I asked my audience like, what should I keep and what should I expand on and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I went live for like I didn't think, to be honest, because you have a good idea, and I think me and you are like this. Like we'll have a great idea, but it's kind of like a little bit ahead of our time a little bit.
A
It's
little
like,
bit.
like this is a dope idea, but is it the right time for it? So initially,
Right.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, this is a really good dope idea, but am I really at that level where I can do something like this and get a bunch of interaction? But it's actually dope. I only planned on going live for like 20 minutes, and I ended up going live for like an hour and 15 minutes. The
Yeah.
people kept chiming in and giving me feedback, and I actually got some really nice material from old jokes I wrote, like I said, like almost 4 years ago. So.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. But I mean, and I think that, I mean, that's good though, because that's the thing that I've noticed too. Like whenever I go live, sometimes I'll just randomly do a pop-up kind of thing and just go live sometimes, unscheduled or anything like that. And I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to be on for like 20 minutes tops. And then it ends up being like an hour and a half. Because people just start tuning in and they start commenting and they start, I've gained some friends through the internets, just rapping with them, just, shooting the breeze with them and everything. And that's really, really big. And that's what I mean by like, all right, you might say, is it really the right time to do something like that said idea? And it's like, nah, man, this is the right time.
Right.
The right time is the right time. The right time is now, like just do it. It might be ahead of our time. So then why don't you make it be present rather than the future, if that makes any sense? You know what I'm saying? It's like, just jump on it and just do it.
Make it the right time.
Yeah, make it the right time. I mean, this is what we do, right? So yeah, I mean, so I feel you on that when it comes to all that. So what's next? What's coming up next for you?
Well, so as far as, well, to be honest, what they claimed that this was supposed to be over with in June.
Yeah.
Or as far, so
allegedly.
Let's just start the first live outside performance I would have after that. I'll be at this place called Chocolate Sundays in LA in August.
Word. Okay.
And that's where you, it's at the Laugh Factory, I believe.
Yeah.
And you basically go, do your 5 minutes. It's a lot of important people there, all that type of stuff. The thing that a lot of regular people wouldn't know is that when you submit your video for it,
yeah,
they let you know like it's like a 3 to 5 year waiting list. You know what I'm saying? So when you get accepted, so many people from all around the country apply to this show that they'll book you 3 to 4 or 5 years out. So a lot of people get emails saying, "Hey, you've been selected to perform on Chocolate Sundays in August 2024, August 2024." And then there's another message that says, "Yes, this is not a mistake, 2024." Right? I was fortunate enough to apply last year, and they booked me this year. So I only have to wait a year, as opposed to 3 to 5. So I'm excited about that if we're able to do it.
Yeah.
So that'll be the live, public, non-social distancing event once all this over. As far as if we're stuck in the house for the rest of the year, I still have, like I said, I still have my romantic sitcom. We're still going to be able to get that done. We've got a lot of people that tested negative for COVID-19 in our cast.
Right.
So we'll be able to knock out some things. We got some nice locations. So I'll be able to knock that out. That'll be the first. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you about it. Shoot, it's a show about a man and a woman who aren't technically together, and I know a lot of people have been in this situation.
Yeah.
You're technically not in a relationship, but you do a lot of the relationship things. But y'all have this agreement to just basically be friends with benefits. But things get complicated.
Right.
When feelings get involved.
That
stuff
sounds
like that.
That sounds really exciting, man.
We'll be working on that. That'll probably drop. Yeah, so we're gonna
When will it
be
drop?
dropping that. We're aiming to drop that in May.
Oh, okay.
In May.
Because you dropped out when you said it was going to drop.
I want to drop it in May.
Right on, man. It looks like
my bad. Yeah, we're aiming to drop it in May.
Okay. That's great, man. So tell everybody really quick, because the signal's getting really, really weird right now. So tell everybody where they can find you real quick.
If you look on anything and search Chris Mosley, Mosley, Chris Mosley, I should pop up. Silly Man TV is the company that I produce comedy sketches and short films under. So either way, our Instagram, Silly Man TV, Chris Mosley, it's all gonna lead you to me. Facebook, YouTube, all the same thing.
Bet. Okay, man. Well, hey,
I made a Twitch like last week, and then I saw a video about the Chinese people taking the Twitch, so I took it down. I mean, yeah.
Oh, you mean you're talking about TikTok? Are you talking about TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok. My bad.
Yeah.
I made a TikTok the other day.
Yeah, allegedly. That's like a rumor that's going out there and everything. But of course, we don't know if that's entirely true or if that's really real. But hey, Chris, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for Skyping in and everything. That really means a lot. And hopefully we'll talk to you here over the month and just kind of catch up with you and see what's going on with the rom-com and with your comedy and everything.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, brother. Anytime, man.
You're technically talking to the past. I'm 2 hours behind you. So
right. Isn't that crazy?
That's why the signal's messing up.
Yeah, man.
You're going through time.
You can't. You know what I mean? That DeLorean's having a hard time getting to 88 miles an hour right now. But anyway, thank you, brother. I'll be talking to you soon. All right, man. Peace.
All right, man.
All right, man. So anyway, he's a really great comedian. The dude is hilarious. He used to open for. He used to be my opener with my late night show. So he would always do stand up, do a quick 5 before the show started, warm people up, the whole 9. So definitely check him out if you can, because he is hilarious. It's Silly Man TV on Facebook. And yeah, the dude is very, very talented and really, really funny. But yes, Chris Mosley. Yes. So please go and check him out. But yes, what's up? Nima24 on Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. So I'm going to go into a quick commercial break. I'm going to get my guys back on Skype, and we're going to get this conversation rolling. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to a commercial break. We're just going to go straight into it. I'm just going to call him right now live. Hopefully the ringing noise won't be too loud up in this piece, but anyway, he's really, really funny. My boy, Silly Man, he's really, really funny. Very talented guy. So yeah, be sure to check him out. Silly Man TV, really funny guy. And it's always nice to see good familiar faces and old friends on this thing, And that's what I mean by this is where we live. This is what we're in right now, where we need to be in a situation where we hit people up, talk to people, chime in, be friendly with friends, the whole 9. This is the time to FaceTime the people you haven't talked to in a while. This is the time to use that app, use that program of FaceTime or Skype or Zoom or any of those things. This is the time to use those, especially when we're all home alone most of the time, getting our Kevin McAllister situation going on. You know what I mean? So definitely, I would highly recommend, if you haven't done that, especially your loved ones, like your mom and dad, your parents that might be older, that kind of thing, just for them to see your face it does a lot, can do tremendous things for their own psyche and for your own psyche as well. So definitely, I would recommend doing that for sure. But anyway, got the guys back up again. What's up, guys? We're gonna talk real quick. I know that we have some news, right, Tom? Do we have some news, Tom?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of
Okay.
news.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we got the Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister over in the UK. He's
Yes.
still hospitalized with COVID-19 symptoms.
Mm.
So they say he's in good spirits. They say he's still working. But yeah, I guess he's had coronavirus symptoms for more than 10 days now. So
Yeah.
I guess he's hanging out in the hospital. The Irish Prime Minister, this is interesting. Ireland's Prime Minister is a former doctor, and he's started going back to working shifts. He's doing one shift a week to battle coronavirus.
Wow.
I mean, granted, he's kind of his
Good. We need that. You were saying, Tom?
Yeah. He's his party kind of lost the latest election, so he's kind of a lame duck president anyway. But he's going back to working at hospitals, doing a shift a week. So that's interesting to see.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of like Independence Day, where the president got out and got in a fighter pilot.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna get these evildoers. What's wild is that even, I don't mean to, steer it this way, but even New York City is in a situation where it is, New York City is in dire need of help, like some serious help, and they're basically saying that they need thousands of physicians and nurses, that like they're in that dire of need of healthcare, people in the healthcare service, that because of this overwhelming growth of people that are contracting the virus, it's crazy. It's crazy. So
yeah.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people who are, maybe that they're up on the higher, hierarchy, up on the upper ranks of things, where they're like, I don't have to wear scrubs anymore because this is, I'm on the higher rank. They're all going to have to basically strip their credentials in a way, or like throw their privileges out the window and actually apply themselves and dedicate themselves to what's going on. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how many people actually have to roll up their sleeves and just utilize their medical background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that also, I know we've touched on this a little bit before, but there's a new study that came out showing how much the shutdown has had an effect on air pollution.
Yeah.
And they're really saying that like this is kind of an unprecedented experiment, kind of, with seeing how much we can limit our air pollution. They're basically saying like this kind of gives us some idea as to if we were going to have alternative forms of fuel and really strong regulations around air pollution, what that would look like.
Yeah.
So they're seeing across Asia and across Europe where, air pollution is just way, way, way down. So if there's any silver lining to this, maybe that's what it is just showing that we can limit our footprint a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it is interesting.
I'm sure that's got to be a conspiracy that's out there to add to the list.
Yeah. That is a very interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. I think it's interesting information for sure. It's definitely something. I guess silver lining in a way. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, it's they've got satellite imaging where they can show, the amount of nitrogen dioxide over cities in China, and it's really just night and day, especially when you look at Beijing, like how much the air pollution has gone down. So that's some silver lining. And then I've got a weird one here, that has nothing to do with coronavirus whatsoever. But I thought this was just absolutely fascinating. There's a woman who's come forward, and it's long been rumored that this was the case, that back in the 60s, NASA was doing a study to see if it was possible for humans and dolphins to communicate through language. I guess their plan was to see if dolphins could understand English, and then in turn, if the dolphins could learn to use their blowholes to make human-like noises so that we could interact with them. But the kicker to this story is there's a woman, Margaret Howell Lovat, who was 20 years old when this study was taking place. She was hired on to try and communicate with the animals. Now, what would happen is they took I guess as close to regular living quarters as you could have, and then they flooded it with about knee-high water. So there were people in the experiment that were hanging out with dolphins the whole time, trying to learn, trying to communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this woman, I guess there was a dolphin named Peter, was reaching, I guess, dolphin puberty, his sexual peak. And she's admitted that during that time, she kind of did engage in intimate encounters with this dolphin.
Interspecies relations?
Homie.
Yeah.
No.
She said that for her, it wasn't really. Yeah. She said the dolphin would kind of like swim up to her and kind of just start rubbing itself against her hand or her knee, and that she would just kind of let him do it, and that she would kind of use that as, use sexual gratification of this dolphin to try and get it to speak English.
Oh my God.
But now, needless to say, this was an experiment done by NASA that also involved giving the dolphins, and I would assume probably some of the people involved in the experiment, LSD was involved. So,
of course.
Just a weird reminder of, this is a weird NASA experiment from the 60s that involved trying to talk with dolphins while on acid, while the dolphins were trying to get off on the humans.
Totally normal.
I just thought that was the weirdest, craziest story.
Thank you so much.
Totally normal.
Thank you so much for that story, Tom.
That's a good Monday story.
Yeah. What the hell?
I just thought that was a fascinating one. I love all that weird old crypto-scientific stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like she was being abused by the animal. Yeah.
She was getting me
I don't know.
by
There's
the
a
animal.
picture of her with this dolphin here, where she just looks very happy.
Yeah, I bet she does. It's funny
Dolphin's name is Peter, by the way.
Gotta love NASA. Anything that has to do with experiments with NASA always seem to have to do with some weird bestiality and LSD. Just totally normal throwing those two things in one sentence. How you ever think about that? Like how often that you would ever hear a sentence formed like that? Has a sentence ever been formed like that? Like ever? Real talk, not never. But anyway, that's interesting. Thank you, Tom. We are all dumber for hearing that. What did you say? Out of this world?
Hey, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a real life Shape of Water.
Oh my God, man. Well, there you go.
You remember that movie Shape of Water where the guy was?
Yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. Well, you know what? Well, here it is. Do we have some birthdays, Jack? He froze too.
Yeah, I can definitely pull up some birthdays.
Okay. We got quite a delay.
Are we going to touch upon our Let's Talk segment today?
Yeah. So here's the thing. The internet there's such a delay right now with you guys. When I talk to you guys, there's like a I don't know. I'm even just trying to see if you guys are hearing me right now.
I can hear you.
Okay, so that's weird because just a second ago it was really bad.
I can hear you.
So we can go. I mean, we can go into the Let's Talk segment. Sure, that's fine. Hold on one second. Let's do it.
I can pull up some birthdays. We can just touch upon it. Maybe we revisit the Let's Talk later this evening.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it. It's fine.
Up to you.
You know what? Let's do it. It's time for Let's Talk.
Now you've got to be kidding me.
He needs some milk.
And in today's Let's Talk, I'm throwing it over to Jack. Jack, what's the talk of the day?
So let's talk today about would you rather only age from the neck up or from the neck down? And this is functionally and physically. So you got to think mentally, and then you got to think like internally aging as well. And then, but obviously physically, I think is a predominant thing that people probably would first focus on and say, you know, do you want your face and your hair to all be, you know, at one age, and then the rest of your body to just keep on getting older? Or, you know, do you want to stay fit and have your legs and arms and, you know, your bladder, you know, working for you? But then you might be slipping a little bit upstairs, and just in your face and everything else is gonna gray out, and you know, you're gonna age.
Have mercy. Okay.
So what about you? What do you think?
Okay, Tom, what do you think first?
I think I'd rather not age from the neck down. Because then at least, you know, you could, you know, people would see him and be like, wow, that guy looks amazing for his age. Like, that guy is just jacked. He looks great. You know, I think other way around, if you, were a super young looking up top and then your body was just a disaster.
About it, right? If you get sick, you get sick. If you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do surgically to keep your body intact. You know what I'm saying? Aside from like removing cancers and all that. But when it comes to your face, you can always do facelifts. You can always do, you know, cosmetically surgical procedures and all that. So when it comes to that, that's the one thing. First off, I'd be like, all right, well, then I'd rather age from the neck up. You know, the only thing is that if your brain gets old, that's all. I mean, it's a wrap, son. You know what I mean? You know, it's Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, any other type of ailment that's going on, dementia, so on and so forth. You know, those are all things that go on inside the brain that are not curable. I mean, that's just what it is. So I feel like there's two sides of, you know, there's a pro and con on both sides. I guess I would say body age from the neck up, because you can always, you know, nip and tuck, you know, and still keep your body on point, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I think. That's what I think on that. What do you think? What do you think, Jack?
Yeah. I think I would go from an age up as well. I think I'd go from the neck up to age as well, just from, you know, I think that, you know, if body starts to go downhill, like you said, like you can still exercise, you can still do all that stuff.
Right.
It's just a matter of like, what do you think's going to happen first? Are you going to break a bone, need a hip replacement, or are you going to need something else that needs to be done to your body to keep you going? But then again, also, if all that happens, but your brain's still there, like, you know, it's a, you know, you can be in a wheelchair still, even if your body starts to fail, but at least you can still be cognitive and with it and living.
Right.
I mean, that's, but some people say, is that living if you know, lose all those functionalities? And that's where that big discussion comes in about, you know, what is life?
What is life? What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. So yeah, I mean that's a very good. Seriously, and that's a very good argument or a very good question. You know, like would you want to age from the neck down or from the neck up? You know, so definitely everybody who's watching right now, definitely comment down below. Let us know what you think, because I'd like to know as well. Because you know, some people would love to have their body in tip-top shape, but don't mind their face aging, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Some people are, you know what I mean? There's pros and cons to both to both stories. But anyway, we got some birthdays, right? Let's do those real quick, shall we? You down for that?
Yeah, got some birthdays here.
Awesome. Hold on 1 second. I need to pull up the song,
Okay.
of course.
Do you have an intro coming in?
Yes, I do. Hold on. Hopefully, if the internets are going to be nice enough today, that is the ongoing question. That is the questione. You know what? We're probably going to have to do this without the music because it is not being my friend right now.
Okay.
All right.
You can sing it. You go ahead and sing a quick happy birthday intro for me, and then I'll go ahead and get started.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So comment down below. Be a part of this little pop quiz. You know, there's some birthdays that have happened today. There are some people that have walked out of the velvet curtains and breathed in this wonderful thing called life today. So let us celebrate their birthdays. Comment down below if you know who he's describing and talking about. Let's get it.
Okay. Turning 44 years old today, out of L.A. She played Donna Joe in 193 episodes of Full House.
Donna Joe, Full House. What's her name?
Is that Cameron? Whatever.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, you're talking about.
I don't know her first name. It's Kirk Cameron's sister.
Yeah, Kirk Cameron's sister.
Donna Joe would be DJ Tanner.
DJ Tanner. Candace Cameron? No.
Uh-huh.
Candace Cameron.
Yep, Candace Cameron.
Thank you.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah, Candace Cameron Burr. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Let's see here. At the age of 51 years old today, this movie actor out of Passaic, New Jersey, is a comedy actor. You may have seen him as an aunt. You may have seen him as a friend of a 40-year-old virgin, and
Paul Rudd.
Yes, Paul Rudd. That's correct.
He's from Kansas City.
There we go.
Kansas City, Kansas. Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, man.
Well, he was born in New Jersey.
Oh, he was born in Jersey? Okay. Right on.
Let's see here. Yep. We have a TV actor that is turning 65 years old today out of Jasper, Alabama. He was zombie apocalypse survivor Merle Dixon on The Walking Dead.
Merle. Daryl's brother. Shoot.
He also played Yondu Udanta.
Yeah, actually, James
Michael Rooker?
Michael Rooker.
There you go. I was going to say James on YouTube should know because he was just watching. He's been watching the Marvel movies and everything from what I'm reading in the comments. So, all right, moving on. Wow, there's a delay.
Yep. This 45-year-old had a birthday today. He's a TV actor, best known for playing Dr. John Dorian, or people might just call him JD. He had a Kickstarter-funded film called Wish I Was Here.
Oh, Zach Braff.
Correct.
Zach Braff.
Let's see here. So we have... Yeah. So this is a 21-year-old movie actor out of Los Angeles. He is an American actor, best known for his role as Manny in Tyler Perry's 2009 film I Can Do Bad All By Myself.
I don't remember.
He also starred in 2012's Unconditional. Quasi Bokeh, I think is how, I'm not quite sure if that's the right way to pronounce it. Kwesi and then Bokye.
Right on. You just destroyed that man's name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Destroyed his name. Just. All right. Who else? Who else is on the list?
Okay, we got two more. We got
Two more,
turning
okay.
83 years old today out of New York. He played Lando in Star Wars Episode 5 and Star Wars Episode 6.
Okay.
He was also in Nighthawks and Undercover Brother, Batman, and in The Prince.
So you're talking about Donald Glover, a.k.a.
Nope.
Childish Gambino? No.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams.
Oh, my bad. Wow. That was a brain fart like a mug. Whoops. Okay. Oh, yeah, and he's now he's gender fluid, I think.
Yeah.
Random.
Well, no, I think that came out and he said that he wasn't. Like, people took his thing as saying he was, but like he came back out and he was like, "No, man, I'm just saying I'm okay with it." Not that I am.
Okay. He's like, no, that's out of sight with my Colt 45.
So,
all right.
Here's our last one for today.
Okay.
This is a famous painter that died at the age of 37 in 1520, born in 1483, and he did the fresco of the School of Athens during the High Renaissance. He would also be one of the Ninja Turtles.
Is that Michelangelo?
Nope. Go again.
Repeat it one more time. Repeat it one more time.
Famous painter from Urbino, Italy.
Yep.
Died in 1520. His famous fresco, the School of Athens, during the High Renaissance.
Leonardo.
One of his best known. Nope. Try again.
Raphael.
You're right.
Oh, wow.
Good job.
Raphael. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the jerk. Okay, good to know. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So, but happy birthday to all those famous people out there.
Yes.
There's a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers that are having birthdays today.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to them too, and to family members and friends.
Of course.
You know, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to all you. Happy birthday to all y'all. Anyway, we got to go. We're going to go into a quick, not a quick commercial break. We're going to go. We are going to go, but thank you everybody who tuned in. Big shout out to Chris Mosley, a.k.a. Silly Man, for being on the show today. It really means a lot. We will be back up tonight, so be sure to tune in. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure out a proper time so that, one, not everybody and their mama is on the internets at night. And of course, a time that everybody is comfortable with and everybody can, tune in and watch, watch and consume the show, Of course, everybody who's tuning in and watching on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. If you haven't done that, go to those respectful platforms and please hit those follows and subscribes and likes on those pages. It would really, really mean a lot. And like I said, I'm working on getting to 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So please go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Pascal Show, and crush that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. Anyway, Jack and Tom, thank you so much for being on the show today. Really means a lot, of course. Hopefully tomorrow morning's show will be a much better feed as far as the internets go, because it's been really trashy. But anyway, it's time to get going. I'll see you guys tonight at around 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, just so you guys know, so that, if Star is still watching in England, I don't know what time that is in England. 5 p.m. in England, I don't know what that is. And somebody do that for me. Somebody do the math. Anyway.
It's the morning.
It's the morning probably. Or it's probably midnight or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Much love to you guys. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community. All the good people different to me.
Hey, take up in glass.
The festival's crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their seconds. Their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stolen the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce.